Tuesday, May 15, 2018, 6 a.m. 71 degrees Fahrenheit, 9 a.m. 69 degrees Fahrenheit. 5-day forecast. Parents are charged with torture as their 10 children are removed from their squalid California home after police found them living in filth when their mother reported one of them missing. Please come, Dad. Distraught Meghan Markle pleads with her troubled father to walk her down the aisle after he pulls out of the royal wedding, as Harry blames himself. Meghan's dad suffers new chest pains days after heart attack. Thomas Markle blindsides the royal family by saying he is ill and will not attend daughter's wedding to avoid embarrassment after paparazzi pic row. Meghan's social worker mom quits her job at mental health clinic ahead of royal wedding in order to pursue dream of starting her own practice. 2 Happy Meals and a milkshake from McDonald's and a bucket of KFC. What Meghan's dad bought 2 days after heart attack. White House omits Jared Kushner's comments that Gaza protesters are part of the problem. From official transcript of his speech after more than 50 were killed by Israeli security forces. Baby among 58 dead in Bloody Monday violence on the Gaza border after Israeli soldiers launched steel pellets, firebombs and tear gas on Palestinian protesters rallying against U.S. Embassy. Mark Almond, yet another shattering body blow for peace as Israel marks its 70th anniversary while apparently shooting teenagers and protesters at the Gaza border. Big day in Israel. Congratulations, Trump celebrates Ivanka and Jared opening U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem as bloody day of violence sees Israeli snipers kill 52 and injure 2,400 protesters. Pastor who said Jews are going to hell and Hitler was part of God's plan leads prayer at Jerusalem embassy opening in front of Israeli leadership and credits President Trump's determination for bringing them together. Drones rain tear gas down on protesters as 35,000 Palestinians clash with Israeli security forces on the Gaza border. Hezbollah leader says 55 missiles were fired on Israeli-occupied Golan Heights to mark the start of a completely new stage that will go to the greatest extent to defend Syria. Ivanka Trump looks elegant in demure blazer and $2,500 ballerina-inspired dress as she smiles for the cameras while opening new U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem amid deadly protests. Here come the in-laws. Meghan's nephews and their mother touch down in London with 13 suitcases ahead of royal wedding TV special, despite not being invited to the event itself. So if poor Mr. Markle isn't going to give Meghan away, who will? The real reason Meghan wasn't called well beloved like Kate in the Queen's official wedding consent letter, and it wasn't a snub exclusive. The princess of performing. Fascinating childhood photos prove actress Meghan Markle was a fan of theatrics, from childhood dressing up as a queen and becoming Elvira for Halloween. It looks like a band t-shirt. Internet users mercilessly mocked tacky $21 royal wedding t-shirt on ASOS that features cheesy pictures of the happy couple. Piers Morgan, Meghan's foolish father has no one to blame but himself for missing the biggest day of his daughter's life. Harry and Meghan to stay at separate $2,000 a night hotels before their wedding. Bride-to-be will be at former stately home linked to Profumo affair, while Prince will be at Polo venue where couple were caught kissing. Are the guests arriving already? Wife of Meghan Suits co-star arrives in London with just days to go before the royal wedding, and hints on Instagram at places to go and people to see. He's an emotional terrorist. Damon Wayans lets loose on his former Lethal Weapon co-star Clayne Crawford in series of tweets, accusing him of injuring him on set, hitting an actor in the mouth with a bottle and being vicious to women. Everyone who owns a top 4 sports team just saw the value double. Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban is elated at Supreme Court ruling that lifts federal ban on sports betting. Accused Golden State killer 72 walks into court for the first time after previously being handcuffed to his wheelchair. This is horrifying moment. Emergency services work to free a trapped taxi driver. Massive delays were caused after the taxi and bus collided in Sydney CBD. The taxi driver was trapped in his car but soon released and assessed for injuries. No passengers were on the bus at the time and the bus driver was not injured. Fiona Connor for Daily Mail Australia published 3:43 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 14th of May 2018, updated 5:56 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 14th of May 2018. This is horrifying moment. Emergency services worked to free a trapped taxi driver after a crash with a bus in Sydney CBD. The bus and taxi collided just outside the Queen Victoria building about 3:30 p.m. on Monday, bringing rush hour traffic to a standstill. After being trapped in his vehicle for a short time, the taxi driver was released and then assessed by paramedics, news.com.au reported. Scroll down for video. This is horrifying moment. Emergency services work to free a trapped taxi driver. The taxi driver was trapped in his car after the collision. Emergency services worked to free the man who complained of pain in his chest. He complained of pain to his chest wall, and was taken to St. Vincent's Hospital in a stable condition. No passengers were on board the bus at the time of the accident and the bus driver was not injured. Massive delays were caused between Market Street westbound and York Street southbound. The man was taken to St. Vincent's Hospital in a stable condition where he remains. Massive delays were caused after the taxi and bus collided outside the Queen Victoria building. Both were closed for more than an hour due to the accident, the Daily Telegraph reported. The streets have since reopened, but traffic is still slow. Emergency services are believed to still be on the scene. More to come. Massive delays were caused between Market Street westbound and York Street southbound after both were closed for more than an hour. Advertisement. Read more. Female Today. Don't miss.